Hi everyone, I'm back from a little bit of a break. We went on some leave and I think I did more while I was on leave than when I do normally when I'm at home and at work, so I am exhausted. But I really wanted to get started in getting into my planners for next year and starting to get some things set up, so hopefully you can come along and maybe some of what I do today might be of use to you as well. So today I plan on going through my year at a glance for my Sterling Ink Common Planner, so my everyday planner that I carry with me. I wanted to go through the year at a glance and set up all my leave dates and those sorts of things in there, so I have that overall view of what's happening in the year. And then I might even go through and actually mark where the public holidays are in the weeklies in that one. And I've also grabbed my daily journal that I'm going to be using for next year as well. It's an undated one, but it does have the dates on the page, which it just doesn't have the monthlies in there. And I'm thinking I might stick some public holiday stickers in that one as well. So I've also got some supplies here, some stickers, some public holiday stickers, a few highlighters. So what I might do is just move this out the road and then we can get stuck in. So to start off with, I am going to go through my common planner, mainly just the year at a glance page. So let's grab this out. And this is the Sterling Ink Common Planner in the B6 size, and the colour is the Mist, which is the lovely blue colour. It sort of feels like a bit of a suede pebbled leather type feel. So I've got some marks in there already if you've seen some of my other videos where I'm planning on putting other things in for the year. And this is where I'm looking at my 2025 year at a glance, have an overview of what how the year looks, where some holidays are. Sorry, I'm Australian, we call them holidays, we don't call them vacations, so please use interchangeably. So I'll do a little bit of a key up the top. I'll mark those dates in here. I'll also mark in my rostered days off, or we call them RDOs, for up until the start of my uni term. Once uni starts, I may need to change my RDOs, so if I've got lots of lectures during a particular day, I'll take my day off on that day so that I don't get too far behind and I don't take up too much of my work time with uni. And then I'll mark in what those uni terms are. So let's have a look. I'm thinking I might start with public holidays. So I'm sort of thinking that all of these tiny dot stickers, they're all clear stickers. These ones come from May Paper Co. So I use them for lots of things, but they're great because they're so small. So they actually really work really well on these small dates on the overview calendar. So I'm sort of thinking if I'm doing public holidays in one, rostered days off, and then maybe, so we'll do a bit of a pastel theme, and then I can put my any annual leave in the blue. So these ones that have a slightly different look to them, they're her old stock of tiny dots. These ones you might be able to see have a bit of a gloss finish on them. She still has some of these on her website, I think, at this point, but she's selling out of those and going to these ones which are more of a matte finish clear. She just check the descriptions if you are purchasing from May. She does also have paper stickers that aren't clear as well. So I'm thinking I'll do those ones for those three things. So okay, so let's do one of these. And as you can see, they are tiny. I'll do a bit of a key up the top here, so that will be public holidays. So when I say public holidays here in Australia, that's things like our New Year's Day, Christmas Day, the equivalent of, I suppose, a bank holiday in the UK. And then actually I might do blue for my audios. So I'm lucky to work for a company that gives us a 9-day fortnight. So every second Monday I have off. My husband is lucky enough to work for the same company, and he has a compressed working week. So he's negotiated to work 4 days a week. He works slightly longer on those days, but still he has every Monday off, so he gets like a long weekend every week, which is really nice. And then I'll put annual leave in there. Excuse my messy handwriting. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for those ones. So we'll start with the public holiday ones. And so of course the first one will be New Year's Day. I really should have put my glasses on to do this. So Australia Day this year, Australia Day falls on the 26th of January every year, but if it falls on a weekend, we get the following Monday off. So we'll have an extra day there. So then we have the Easter weekend, which is Good Friday is falling on the 18th of April. And that means that it will also be Easter Monday. I'm sorry if you can't see this because I haven't zoomed in enough. The darker dots that are down the side are the week numbers on these ones. So, and it's a Monday to Sunday calendar. And so of course the Easter Sunday is also a public holiday in there. And it's also good to know this sort of stuff too, because quite often if we do decide that we want to go on leave because we've got the Easter weekend, it can be more expensive. Everything has a public holiday surcharge on it. So now that we don't have kids in school, we can avoid school holidays. But also good to know about the public holidays as well. So the 25th of April is Anzac Day here in Australia, so it's commemorating our returned servicemen and those that didn't return. 9th of June, we are still part of the Commonwealth, so we have the King's birthday now, which still sounds really weird after being the Queen's birthday holiday for so long. Then New South Wales has its Labor Day in October. So we've got a bit of a long stretch there between any breaks. And then we have Christmas Day. And in Australia we have Boxing Day. So there's the public holidays, or the official public holidays for this year, or this coming year. Now, my RDOs fall on a Monday at the moment. Let me just check when that first one will be for next year. Okay, I just had a look and my first RDO will be on the 6th of January. And so it's every second Monday. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that at the moment, just because on the 3rd of March is when my uni semester will start for the first half of next year. So I should actually know by the start of January whether I need to move my rostered days for that period of time. Annual leave, I don't know when we're taking yet. So what I'll do next is actually look at our university holidays. So I went through the university websites, had a look at when their semesters are. So I might even try and colour coordinate this a bit. So if I do a purple, that one can be my uni break. My son's uni break. So my son has he's currently having a gap year. He has accepted an offer to go to university next year. So we will actually have a house with no children for the first time in 25 odd years. So that's going to be a little bit surreal and take a bit of getting used to. And then my daughter's partner is also starting uni next year. So I'm going to put in his uni breaks in as well. I don't have those dates at this stage. But what that will allow us to do is we're trying to create new traditions now that the kids are grown up, they're adults, they have their own lives, especially one has finished uni, the other one's just about to start uni. So that we can still have that time together with them, and as they grow up, if they have families, if they don't, whatever, have that once a year when we can actually have a family holiday where we all get together in one place. We can go off and do our own thing, but just have that time to spend together outside of the Christmas period. So we're going to try and work around uni holidays this year, see if we can get sort of 4 or 5 days where we can all come together in one spot. It might mean my son travelling from his uni, my daughter and her partner travelling from where they live now, and then us travelling, but it just means that we can spend that time together, which will be a special new tradition, which will be great. Okay, so my uni break, so uni for me will start on the 3rd of March. So I am going to underline when it is my uni break. I really apologise if I'm getting my hair in the camera here. Trying to do this so that it's in shot and I'm not in the road too much. Also apologise if my voice is a bit croaky. We're supposed to be getting thunderstorms this afternoon and that plays havoc with my allergies and I tend to lose my voice, which is fun. Okay, so while I do this, I might fast forward through. I'll switch over to my son's holidays and then we'll come back and go from there. To note there, I've only put my break through until the start of trimester 3. Trimester 3 and my son's summer school are not compulsory here in Australia. It tends to be where you can either get ahead and do an extra subject or you can do a catch-up subject if you've struggled with something. My course, I'm hoping if I can do the full course load, I will have finished by the time this break starts. So it's basically the first year of a uni degree, but I'm doing it part-time, and instead of coming out with a bachelor, I come out with a diploma. I can choose whether to go on. I'm just not sure yet that I can commit to another 4 to 6 years to finish out another degree. The other thing to note, my son's starting a lot earlier. We've allowed time in there for him to have his O week. So I did O week a long time ago. I don't need to do O week again. I don't think my liver could cope with it anymore. Also, his will be the same with his summer school, whether he goes back and does a subject over summer or whether he comes home and has a break here. So that's that. So the way that I used it, and I'll show you, so I've sort of mapped it out already for this next year. So I've just written out each of the dates. We know in February that we'll need to have a break for 1 to 2 weeks, which will probably be in here somewhere, where we'll be moving our son up to Brisbane to go to uni. Couldn't go closer to home, had to go 24 hours drive away. But that's okay. Means that we get a holiday in Queensland, so that'll be lovely. So what I'll do is something along these lines, excuse the mess, but we'll basically sort of map out when we want to have a longer break, when there's football games that we want to go and watch in our household. The NRL Rugby League is on pretty much every weekend over the season, so we'll try and get to at least 1, maybe 2 games over the season that it's on, and we can normally fit that in around our RDOs and those sorts of things without having to take too much extra annual leave. So it just gives us a way to map out based on when our uni holidays are, when public holidays are, when we can fit in a break, whether that's to go down to the football or to go to Brisbane to catch up with our son or go and see other family, those sorts of things. So that's how I use my year at a glance in my common planner. So from there, now what I can do is actually have a look at putting in, I have some great stickers, because as you can see, my handwriting is not the greatest, I am the first to admit. So I have bought some different stickers from a couple of different Australian shops for public holidays. So these ones are paper stickers. These ones are from Creative Sticker Co. She has a variety of different types. So these ones are on paper, and I think these are called, a simple highlight script. She has different fonts that you can choose, different color in the highlight as well. This is another version. This is also a highlighted script, but in a different font. And this one has the color of the highlight, which is nude. So that's the other one that I was thinking. So I'm thinking I'll probably use I'll use these ones on my weekly planner, and maybe these ones on my daily journal. And I also have these ones that I bought this year. So this is from another sticker shop called PMD. She sells through Etsy. They are the cutest stickers. So I've actually bought her Christmas countdown stickers in the past, just because they're this plain black and white. They look great. You can get them with or without a little Christmas icon next to them. So there's a lot of actual days on here that I don't know when they are. So things like picnic day and those sorts of things we don't have in New South Wales. So I'll have to look up some of them, but some of them I can put in now as well. But I'm thinking these are actually a great size for on the monthly spreads. They'll fit within the boxes, I think. And then this is a different version of the Australian holidays. She actually does a whole heap of different countries as well. So I highly recommend going and looking up PMD on Etsy for these. So I like these ones. They've got these cute little icons as well. So, right, I'm going to start off with the bigger ones just because I can't decide at this point. So I'll do these ones here. So if we go, now these are going to be too big for the column, but I'm thinking I will do them sideways anyway. So these ones are a clear matte. So they've got sort of the texture of a washi. So I'll stick some music on and you can watch me struggle with getting stickers straight. Okay, so something I'm just going to highlight here, these were not the 2025 stickers, so I don't know whether they've put out 2025 stickers. Just being that Australia Day is on Sunday, there will actually be an Australia Day public holiday on the 27th, and there isn't a New Year's Day separate public holiday. So that's why those don't quite match up. But the other thing that I just wanted to mention is I'm not worried about sticking them sideways and taking up some of the timeline with these ones because it's a public holiday. I'm not going to get out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning to do my exercises. When it's a public holiday, I'll get up later. So I'm not worried about running out of room here. Okay, back to what I was doing. Okay, so that's those ones done. So just clarifying, in Australia, we have Father's Day on the first Sunday in September, and we have Mother's Day on the second Sunday in May. And I think Mother's Day is common, but I think Father's Day is different to other countries. So that's those ones mapped out. I'm hoping I got Halloween in the right spot because we don't celebrate Halloween, but I do know it's becoming a lot more popular here in Australia at the moment. So that's those ones done. I'm just going to stick some music on, finish putting in the dates into the monthlies, and I'll put some public holidays into my other Undated planner. Okay, so there we go. I've put the public holidays in the months and the weeks in my daily planner. I've also done my year at a glance for what I know at this stage, and I'll add some more in as I go. I've added the public holidays into the days in my daily journal. At the moment, I can't add in these ones into my monthlies at the start because it's undated. Most of the monthlies are still looking like this. They're a little bit bare. There's a few that I had some packets of stickers to use up, so I've gone through and started looking at dating some of those out, but until I get the rest of the months with numbers on them, I'll leave this one and I'll come back to that one later. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you've got any questions about Australian public holidays or how we do things differently, or the way that I use my planner, any suggestions, that would be great. Please leave them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you shortly. Thanks for coming. Bye.